great to be back with you for another Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television program. This week, we learn about the opportunities in the Barbados Police Service and taking the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme's recently held Trainer of Trainers program. I am Tamisha Doughty, and with me is Liam Paris Boyd.
As mentioned at the beginning of the program, this week we will be sharing the career opportunities in the Barbados Police Service. A couple weeks ago, the ministry's employability team joined up with the Barbados Police Service to engage some 60 young men and women in exploring options available in the service. This initiative falls under the ministry and the Princess Trust International UK's partnership, Get Hired.
My name is Colin Allenby. I'm Sales Sergeant number 426. I'm presently the training officer for the Barbados Police Service, and that details recruitment process where we try to solicit persons to join the Barbados Police Service, and we take them through the process of the recruitment. At present, the police service is very short on personnel. At present, we are over 200 members short. So we get a drive to get persons into the police service, and partnering with the Barbados, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, to me was a very good initiative on their part and assisting us. So I'm grateful for the assistance from them.
My name is Shaquanda Blake.
My name is Ashley Hoyt.
And today I came to the Hilton Resort.
I heard about this program through social media.
Learn more about the Barbados Police Service and what it has to offer me.
I decided to sign up to become a police constable.
Well, today has been a calm and nice, easygoing day.
So today was very eventful. I have learned so much about the police force and the different departments that they represent.
I have an interest in animals, and I figured that's where it should start.
It interests me because of my field of study, which is social work, which I'm studying at the University of West Indies.
I learned a lot. I went to a lot of booths and asked a lot of questions.
This seminar has taught me a lot about the different departments in the police force, and I'm so excited just to learn new stuff and put my career field into play.
Got the answers I wanted, and yes, I'm very interested.
And I was so happy that I signed up because I wanted to be a police officer.
When you say a little bit, what do you want to know over there? Everything. How much time you got?
Now, the recruitment process begins, first you have to be a citizen of Barbados, or whether by birth or naturalization, also part of the Commonwealth, a member of the Commonwealth as well. You have to be between the ages of 19 and 35. You must possess 3 CSC certificates. That's from general efficiency, grades 1 to 3. And once you do that, then once you have those qualifications, we do an application form. It's filled out, and the application form actually starts the whole recruitment process. So once we receive the application form and we vet it out, then we will call that person for an initial interview where we sit down with that person and get to know them, get understanding, and explain the whole process to them. From the interview, then we have the police entrance examination, which entails a written examination between English, mathematics, general knowledge, which is general knowledge of the country of Barbados and the Caribbean, and we also have to do a IQ test in order to qualify. Once you pass the IQ test, and the written test, then we move on to the next stage. The next stage will be to blood test. Blood test is done, and this test is done to see if the person for drugs, that sort of stuff. We also go through a polygraph test as well, which must be passed as well. Then we also have the physical examination test. This is a test which comprises of a 1.5 mile run. We also do sit-ups, push-ups, what we call a 300 sprint shuttle run, which is done over 50 meters, and a sit and reach, which is all to deal with flexibility. And from there, then we have another process. We have a medical process where a doctor examines to see if you're actually fit enough to do the actual physical test. We also have to go through a psychiatric evaluation. And after all that whole process is finished, then we have what we call the final interview, where the applicant goes before an interview board. This is a board which is comprised of an assistant commissioner of police and other senior members of the force, where the person is in re-interview again, and the interview board then submits a report to the commissioner of police, who will stamp his approval depending on the information from the board. I'm hoping that I will be able to fulfill the mandate that my commissioner of police have set to us to be able to fill over the 200 vacancies that we have. And if we can actually get half of that, that would be a great achievement.
The enthusiasm and interest among participants, several from the Barbados Youth Advance Corps, were present and is an indication of the recruitment drive of the service.
Liam, we are certainly looking forward to the young persons taking the next step and submitting their applications to join the Barbados Police Service.
We are certainly, Tamisha.
The Barbados Youth Advance Corps, building skills, strengthening character, offering a range of certified training programs, opportunities to explore career paths, and a life-changing experience for young men and women 16 to 20 years old.
We are the Barbados Youth Advance Corps. Join us!
Register today. Call 535-0180 or 535-3835. You can also visit us at www.byac.gov.bb or check us out on Instagram at Barbados Youth Advance for more information.
As the ministry continues to seek opportunities for young people, the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme hosted a Trainer of Trainers program to upskill trainers, community practitioners, and youth officers to expand its capacity to deliver the Business Labs program to a greater number of young entrepreneurs across Barbados. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Is pleased to host this 6-day Training of Trainers 2023 workshop, the focus of which is two-pronged: Business Labs and integration of technology.
Business Labs was brought to the Caribbean and the South American region by the Israelis, believe it or not. The Israelis use this methodology to teach their entrepreneurs. And the methodology is simple but effective. You teach, they learn, and they do. It's not just talking. You have to do exactly what they're being taught. We found this very, very effective. We found that you do not forget what you learned and what you did in Business Labs, because it's tough. And anyone who's been through Business Labs will tell you it's tough because you have to do a lot of work in a short space of time. You guys will wish me for the rest of the week, and during that week, you will actually form a company. And not just a company on paper, you will form a company that goes out there and sells a product or service. Okay? And the company will be formed in the correct way. And we will go through all the modules. It's an effective program. It's a program that you will love and hate at the same time. It's fun. Okay? It's a lot of competition because what we do, we divide the facilitators who are here, same way we divide the students who come into YES into teams. And those teams compete vigorously against each other to see who comes with the best company, the best product, the best service, okay, and the best presentation.
Welcome to the ministry, and I hope that, like I said, that you take this in a serious nature that all of us expect you to, because you are now in a position to change lives. You are now in a position to mold someone that in a couple years' time you can point to say, look, that business I had a hand in starting, I had a hand in moving that person from idea, as Yes would say, to enterprise. Now, one of the things that I expect to come from this particular initiative is that we will move to satellite locations in order to present Yes to our clients. And what do I mean? You may have a grouping in St. Andrew and St. Lucie who are unemployed and find it difficult to come to the ministry to source this particular training. But now with the knowledge that you have, we can have satellite locations all across this island where we provide an opportunity for those persons to be trained and to get the same kind of knowledge that would happen here at Main Ministry. I wish you well over the next 5 days. I look forward to coming back at the end and seeing the business. I promise you that any of you that are doing pool, I will buy a piece of that pool. Have a blessed day.
We encourage you to support youth businesses and assist in growing our local economy.
The Next Step Training Initiative continues to provide opportunities for young men and women in accessing certified training through partnerships with training institutions and the private sector. One young person who credits the Next Step Training Initiative for her business is Shade Seeley.
Hi, my name is Shade Seeley. My business is called the Stamp Pipe Snack and Go. I have been in business for 2 years. Well, this year, March, will be 2 years that I had the business. We specialize in street food such as chicken and chips, fish and chips, burgers, wraps, and etc. I have completed the homemakers course, the international cuisine, and culinary diploma. I decided to join the Next Step Training Initiative because I knew I always wanted to be a part of cooking. I knew that I always wanted to be in some restaurant or what's not. I always knew I wanted to own my own business, and at some point the program would have been a tremendous help to me. The Next Step Training Initiative helped my business in more ways than one because it taught me things that I knew I could have carried out if I ever wanted to start my own business. But coming out of the program, I actually wanted to work in a hotel. But I keep hearing you don't have enough experience, and so that really pushed me towards getting my own business. So without the program, I probably wouldn't have known what I know now to do the sort of food that I specialize in. Some of the techniques that I have learned, whether it be knife skills and how the correct way to cut an onion or the correct way to cut a carrot or to boil an egg to perfect the dishes that I do. I think that those techniques is what really helped me in my business. Yeah, I would encourage other people to sign up because, as I say, it does help in more ways than one. So if you know that you want to either go and work in a hotel, at least you will have the experience from the program to carry into the hotel. If you want to open your own business, then as I did, you will also have the experience from the program to help you in your business.
The Barbados Youth Advanced Corps, BYAC, teamed up with the National Transformation Initiative to provide the Technical Vocational Transitional Literacy Program, TVTLP, to the BYAC trainees. The interactive initiative engages the trainees in a dynamic practical learning program that strengthens their literacy skills, confidence, and knowledge, giving them the tools to navigate life's journey. Educational tours are also included in the delivery of the 17-week program. Let's take a look at what the trainees have been up to.
This initiative here this morning is the orientation for Barbados Youth Advanced Corps Technical and Vocational Transitional Literacy Program. I know it's a mouthful, but what the program is really like a bridging program. It bridges the trainees between the first phase, where they were in the residential phase, and then this phase where they were now going into the technical and vocational training. What this program does, it prepares them really to excel when they move off into SJPI, BIMAC, Barbados Vocational Training Board, and all those other programs.
Because the institutions had found that while many of the trainees were technically competent, they struggled in certain areas for their assignments and so on. And we felt this was a perfect opportunity for the NTI to really transform their experience so they could fully embrace this technical vocational training and use the tools from the TVTLP in order to really benefit.
So they go through things like letter writing, they go through things in terms of academic preparation, in terms of papers, online. They learn how to how to operate the devices. A lot of the classes are hybrid now, so they go through etiquette, they go through the various training platforms that these institutions may have. So it's really to prepare the trainees for a very, very productive time when they go off into these institutions.
It is for 4 months, and they will meet twice a week, morning sessions and afternoon sessions as well. But one of the things that is really important for the National Transformation Initiative is that our learners enjoy the experience, that they feel empowered, and that they truly are transformed from when they began. So our approach is very deliberately unconventional. We appreciate and embrace the fact that each of us has multiple intelligences and each of us learns differently. And this program, like all of the programs that we offer, are intended to be inclusive.
The first program started with the BYAC Cohort 3 trainees, and then we had a second program, the Cohort 4, and this is our third program now, Cohort 5.
We've done online for the pilot, and then we did face-to-face for the second cohort. We found better success online, so we thought, let's do it online, but we will have field trips. So they will be visiting with the governor of the central bank, they'll be going on the Sea Turtle project, they'll be visiting a number of areas, bathhouse, etc., and the Sojourner Foundation to experience different aspects of Barbadian life. The course content will, of course, build and enhance their vocabulary skills in those areas. And therefore, it will be a learning process, but it will be experiential learning, which is also one of our important areas at the NTI.
We have some statistics to show based on the Cohort 3 results from their technical vocational courses that over 63% of them successfully completed the program. So that is a little bit, well, not a little bit, much better than the ones that didn't. Those that didn't, over 68% of them dropped out of the program. Right. So the inverse is clear. It's clear that the TVTLP really does benefit the trainees in the program.
I'm expecting that the trainees take full advantage of this program. What it does is that this phase of the program is where they're going to develop skills in many areas, including photovoltaic. Some of them go and do carpentry, joinery. Some of them go and do nursing, child care, And I mean, they develop so many skills, and these skills are based on what they would want to do in their individual career choices. So I'm expecting that they really take advantage of this program.
I expect to be more motivated and focused. I'm looking forward to going to the tertiary school I want to go to pursue my career in being a chef and to also succeed in that career.
It is a program that is paid for by government and opportunities for young people by government. So I guess, the government can only do so much. They then have to do the rest. So along with them doing well, I'm expecting that the parents and guardians and society in general give them the necessary support that they can excel during this technical and vocational stage of the program.
I think this program can help my peers to be more focused, also motivated, successful, and this is an opportunity that you don't see every day.
Currently, we are working on a national literacy initiative. That is something that we would hope to introduce to the wider young adult audience, well, not even young adults, but adults in general that struggle with literacy, because we recognize that there is a need. The Ministry of Labour has expressed that this is an issue that we need to deal with, because many people that are interested in finding employment, when they go into that space for interviews, we see that there is a huge deficit. So that's something that we want to work on. But for now, we're working with the BYAC group, and we hope to be able to use them as a focus group to test our national literacy initiative when we roll that out as well.
Early in the morning, do some drills, or it's PT while I'm yawning. Sun ain't gonna kill, but it's all for the better me, trying to change my destiny.
BYAC, molding the youth of tomorrow. BYAC, teaching us to lead, not to follow.
We the do drills,
learning life skills, marching until confidence fails.
The Barbados Youth Advanced Corps, building the youth for a brighter tomorrow.
Call 535-0180 or 535-3835 for more information.
A delegation to Barbados from Zambia has left this island with much more than they planned for. After an unexpected introduction to our indigenous sport of road tennis, the Zambians have committed to introducing the sport to their native land. We hear more from our Director of Sports, Mr. Neil Morrell, and members of the Zambian delegation.
It came about through the gentlemen from Zambia attending the UNESCO's Approval Committee on Comprehensive Party. And while they were here, because they are part of the Ministry of Sport, we had a discussion on various sports, and we came upon the sport of road tennis, which is indigenous to Barbados, and they were introduced to the sport of road tennis, and they were very interested. Well, we went to the Dighton Park Road Centre in Bush Hall, which is the home of road tennis, and all three of them had their first introduction, or Zambia's first introduction to road tennis through knocking up.
Anything, it's just like tennis, but it's more inclusive, user friendly, and we also warned them that it's quite a big deal, because we felt it yesterday.
Like he explained the sport and saw the simplicity and but the heavy innovation. You're able to make the rackets, the play area, which can be put everywhere in the country. So definitely, with the support of my leadership, we are good to go.
I think it's an exciting game, definitely addictive. We played a few rounds and we couldn't get to start. We realized that the city was getting late and eventually had to stop. But the beautiful thing is that we almost stopped now because we're taking it back home. Thank you to the ministry for facilitating some rackets, and we're going to get some descriptions on the board or the dimensions of the board that you use. You know, we sort of like the net as well as the dimensions on the concrete. fascinating about it is that back home we're trying to develop our communities using sport. And as you all know, there's communities that are diverse, and there are those communities that really can't afford expensive sports facilities or amenities. So tennis becomes one of those avenues where we can have an inexpensive way of bringing sports to those communities where you have a lot of youth that are involved in various activities. We're grappling back home with the issue of alcoholism with young people, issues of teenage pregnancies with young people, issues of crime with young people, and lately issues of drugs, amongst the young people. And this has been exacerbated by the fact that we don't have too many amenities in terms of sports, in terms of recreation, and so government has always perceived it obviously as an expensive venture. But when you have an alternative like road tennis, that is something that we can put up in almost every community back home. So for us, this is a wonderful discovery. Invention on your part, discovery on our part. We came for one thing and we stumbled across many other things, many other opportunities. So I think this for us is a beginning of a great partnership between Zambia and Barbados.
It will bring our peoples closer together. We share a common heritage because most of our persons would have come from the African continent. So we would now be in the position of sort of reshaping that common heritage. And Barbados will benefit, especially among the young people. We can learn from one another, both culturally. And all this is a way of promoting not only health, physical education, recreation, but promoting peace and goodwill among our fellow man.
No credit, no data, no Wi-Fi, no problem. The Community Development Department has you covered. With free wireless internet access at community centers across the island. The Community Development Department, serving our communities.
That's it for this week from the Hilton Barbados Beach Resort. We invite you to join us next week for another edition of the Bridges television program. Of course, as always, we invite you to stay connected with us throughout the week. On Instagram, the Community Development Department at ComDev Barbados, the Division of Youth Affairs at DivYouth 246, the Sports Development Unit at sportsdevelopment.bb, the National Sports Council at NSC Barbados, Community Independence Celebration Secretariat at Community Independence 246, and the Barbados Youth Advance Corps at Barbados Youth Advance.
You can also stay connected on Facebook by visiting Community Development Department, Division of Youth Affairs, National Sports Council, and the Community Independence Celebration Secretariat. Or feel free to call us at 535-3835.
Thank you for joining us, and we will see you again next week.